people of the World Wide Web. So it is Cypher Sigma Screen Time, and yes, this is Wednesday's video, and I kind of give half of it away there, but this is a look what I've been watching. So I'm going to change the thumbnail up for this episode, so we'll see if people make note of it. So there are 6 items on that I have been watching. Obviously this video is filmed in 2024, even though it goes out in 2025, so everybody knows I had kind of a target to watch some series. You'll find out I finally finished these targets. So first off, we watch it in reverse order. So this is season 5 of Warehouse 13. So this is a warehouse that basically holds magical items. Items have effects on people, and there are agents that are basically tasked with recovering these, and it's kind of the incidents that happen of when these items are found to be locked away in Warehouse 13. This is the final season. It was only ended up being 6 episodes due to budget cuts. There are noticeable differences I found. The final episode, it took a little while for me to get into, but most of it is played really well. Obviously it kind of has a future. It is something that they could definitely bring back, and I think they kind of should. With a bit more of a better budget and something like that, and bring back some of the original agents, I think it could have been done quite well. So I liked it all, but going from 20 episodes to 6, I think you kind of noticed it a little bit rushed. It felt like stuff was missing, and obviously actors and scenes a little bit. I mean, overall it wasn't too bad and enjoyable. I say I'm glad to have it all in the episode, but yeah, having a bit of a 6, I say they ended it well enough, which is more than enough happy for me. So not only did we finish Warehouse 13, we finished the final season of A Town Called Eureka. So yes, this is the last 14 episodes of A Town Called Eureka. It's technically the last 13 because the holiday special from series 4 is added into this, which they like to do holiday specials with Lee's and Warehouse, and they kind of throw the story off, so it's a bit of a strange one. I did enjoy it. Again, the ending was apt for what they did. It definitely felt like it came too soon. I think there was stuff like, it didn't feel like it was building up to it. It kind of had the whole story, and then you have this 2-parter where everything kind of goes on. They have the finishing of the series, which is what's happened. Then they were cancelled and managed to get one more episode to kind of finish everything off, which you can kind of tell. The series has these main characters, and they always like to mix it up, and they did do on this. There's, you know, series 4 ended with them going off potentially to another planet. This doesn't happen, they get kidnapped. Then it's kind of one of the new members that comes along, a lot more focus on her and stuff, and I felt that a lot of the other characters suffered in that, because you can't, as I say, it kind of feels like a normal series, and then you know it's ending, so you expect a more natural progression, and this, it felt like stuff was kind of rushed, or a bit stuff or doesn't quite fit in. Again, enjoyable to watch and have it in the series. And yeah, that's 2 out of 3 that I needed to finish. So then we had Alice Through the Looking Glass. So recently got, I think this was an upgrade. It could have been from AJ. I probably was AJ. Apologies, I forget. I actually really like Sacha Baron Cohen's character. To me, it was a little bit different. I don't remember the story of Through the Looking Glass, so I don't know what actually happens. I did like the characters in the first one returning. I felt like a lot of them took a backseat. Was more all about Johnny Depp's character, and to be honest, I think in this, the way the character is portrayed with the world, I think when he took more of a focus with his family, I think that's where it suffered a little bit. I can see why this didn't do as well. I really like the time aspect. I really, as I say, I like Sacha Baron Cohen's character. Those were really, really good. I just, maybe they would have had more input to it, but I think it was hard when you then have time travel and stuff. But it is what it is. Next up is one I watched with my wife. So this is Dog. We do have a little dog, as people will know, Marty. He likes to bark at every animal that's on screen. So luckily we had a night when he wasn't here. He went to Nanny's for some stuff. And so we got to watch this, and I'd watched this at the cinema, and I really enjoyed it, and my wife watched it and she really enjoyed it. This with, I think, Rex is one we watched, is you get to see the life of a dog in the army, and it is quite harsh. You know, they should be retired or something, and obviously, and I'm thinking America, and with the wars that they go to and the dogs that they use, unfortunately, they don't have a kind of retirement, and I feel they should do. I feel like dogs that work hard, they should have a few years to retire themselves, you know, because dogs, you know, they just love people for who they are and train them to do a job, and they normally do it really, really well. It's very, very well. Obviously, this is based off Channing Tatum. Obviously, did a road trip with his dog, who's called Lulu, which is what this dog is named after, and because she died of cancer, unfortunately, in real life, and this is where the inspiration for the story comes from. And it is played out really well. It is that, you know, if you are an animal lover, I would definitely recommend this movie. Then, because obviously at the time of filming it's Christmas time, I've gone back to revisit a few of the Christmas films that I enjoyed. So this is one I hadn't seen for a long time. I want to say I might have seen it when it came out, as I drop it. Maybe you might have seen it again on TV in the early 2000s, but I hadn't seen it for a very long time. So so me and my wife watched it. Really good. Really interesting to know that obviously Jim Henson did the animation for this, and George Clooney was meant to be the snowman. The snowman is based, his features are on George Clooney. So if you look at Michael Keaton and his voice, you can kind of hear a little bit of George Clooney-esque in it, whether he was mimicking his voice to it and stuff. And you can see bits of it, but it's enjoyable, like heartfelt movie. It is a little bit of a sad ending, but yeah, you're not your typical, I would say, Christmas movie, because obviously there isn't all the happy ending, so to speak, in a way. And then the final one of my favourite series of all time, if not, it's That 70s Show. So yeah, this is series 8, obviously no Topher Grace and very little Ashton Kutcher, which I forgot. These two actors wanted to leave at season 6. They were told season 7 was the last one they were going to do. It was populated at season 8. They left, the ratings dropped. It has by far up and downs within the series. You notice these characters' absences, even though the other characters do well. There are some story changes in it, you can see as it goes off, but the final episode actually works amazing. The way that each series is 6 months, and obviously it's from 1976 to 1979, where everything works perfect to have this 8 series. And I think even though they're not in it, it still finishes off most stories and ties everything up. I know they brought them back for that 90s show, but even watching this, you notice how the newer series pales in comparison to this. So yeah, obviously 3 series to finish off: this, A Town Called Eureka, and Warehouse 13, and I finished them all off within like the span of a week. So happy to have that. This has been a look what I've been watching. Has anybody seen any of these? They agree, disagree? Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below. What series should I try and complete next year if you've seen my collection, or if maybe it's I wouldn't say a massive series, because I have a few like 15, like Supernatural, CSI, and 24. They're the bigger series that I own that I need to finish. But if there's smaller ones like 4 or 5 seasons, please do let me know, and maybe I'll pick them up and watch them for 2025. I've been Cypher Sigma Screen Time, and I shall see you in the next one.